So it's Friday, so of course I have my co-host, and I just want to say welcome, Scott. Thanks for being here. And this show is brought to you by Metadime Digital Network, and I'm so glad you're on the show today with us. If you're new, do me a favor, put your name down there, come join us, have some fun. We're going to have a lot of fun today talking about all kinds of stuff. It's the wrap up of the week. And so thank you for being here, Mr. Scott. How are you doing, man?
Not bad. No, it's good. There's kind of a lot of crazy things happening, but that gives us material to talk about. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. And my compatriots over there and kind of working on his arm. We can maybe not hear that. And there's Risa.
I did. Good morning, Risa. Nice to see you. Yeah. So it's been quite the week, hasn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot happening. Some of it exciting, and other a little bit scary and somewhat unsettling. But you know what's different? What's new? What literally is new? It's always been just this side of weird.
It was interesting how this week you show us that sub-Saharan dust coming into the United States. Some people think it might even hit Colorado if it's not over there. And I'm like, wow, talk about dust will travel. Hey, listen, I see you guys coming on. Do me a favor, put your name down there. We go Monday through Friday. The coffee break goes live and we share tips, tools, techniques, inspiration, motivation, and anything that's going to help you create thrivability. But on Friday, I bring my cohort on, my co-host on, and hang out with you guys and talk, and we have a great time. And today we're going to be, doing the wrap up, but we want to say, I see you guys coming on. Put your name down below and say hello. And welcome to the StreamYard. Hi, guys. Okay, who is
Sherry.
this? Is this Sherry? Is this Sherry Thacker? Thank you.
Yep.
And what do we got here? This is definitely Anna. She always puts the heart at everything. She loves us. We love her. All right. Nice to see you on. Good morning. The sun came up again, and that is a new day. You got that right. And so I'm certain it hits Colorado. I've seen at least an inch of dust on everything. It's true. You open the window and there's dust everywhere. So, this morning, I got to tell you, we got on our bikes and we kind of did this uphill climb. And at the end of the uphill climb, we turn the bikes around and you race down. You're just moving so fast and everything's bumping because, it's a dirt road and it's like the bike is going boom, 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 boom. And Robin was on a skinnier tire. I have a fat tire mountain bike. And if you don't know what a fat tire mountain bike is, look it up because they're like the best bikes ever for where I live. It's sandy and mountainy and everything else. But the mosquitoes weren't so bad this morning. There was only 2 or 3. And I just feel like this last week, moving the show up 1 hour, it has been wonderful for my self-care. And I'm really thankful to have that. And I kind of want to talk about what we do for self-care, what we do to help ourselves feel better. Is this smiley face, Sherry? Is this who this is? Happy smiley face, so that we know that it's you.
Ryan's joining us from the beach because he tagged him.
And Ryan is on the beach. Now that
smiley face is Sherry.
Look at that. Okay, smiley face is Sherry. Joining us from the Delaware beach today is Ryan. Ryan, are you having a cocktail for us?
Some sort of soda. Free.
Yeah, he says, in the water, mask free.
Yes.
You be careful, Ryan. We love you and we don't want anything to happen to you. Okay, so here we go. That's because they were all on me. Looks like I have chicken pox. Yeah, you did get bit. Good morning. Good morning, MJ. Marie Jo, nice to see you. Happy Friday. Welcome. Hey, we got some... I want to tell this person, Nohime, it's good to see you. I want to let you know, I know your last name is Jimenez. That was my maiden name, actually. My maiden name is Jimenez. And when I saw it, I was like, yay, somebody on with the same one. Thank you. So here it is. It's Sherry Thacker. Yes, thank you. Okay, here it is. Yoga for me lately. That's good. What do you do for self-care? Put it out there. What kind of things do you do? I'm asking you, dude.
Me?
Yeah.
What 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah, sleep is very important, isn't it? It's like
That
sleep
yeah,
is
that's kind of
like,
like the foundation.
yeah, that is the biggest form of
Yeah,
self-care. If you
yeah.
don't have enough sleep, I got to tell you,
It,
even to the point where
it
I
makes
think
getting up a pain.
I,
Well, no, because if you're not in the right mood, you're like depressed because you didn't get enough sleep. The first thing you do when you get up, it really kind of is not the right way to start the day. So sleep
Noami,
is my base.
thank
No,
you. Sleep is always a good base. For me, I think that sleep is, oh, thank you, Vickie. I've heard lots of great things about you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not even sure who that is, but I'm glad you're here.
Nohimi.
Oh, Nahimi. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You've heard lots of great things about me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know where you heard them from, but I heard that. I'm glad they're good. Long roads and loud music. Okay. You know what? Long roads and
Ryan.
loud music.
See,
Yes.
I've got to have you over here on this screen, Vickie, and then the show over here with all the comments and the proper names, but I have to have it paused. But so that it
I
still allows the
see.
comments to scroll through with the appropriate names, emojis, and so forth and so on. And occasionally the screen flickers, but no audio. And then you, the main show, is over here.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It takes
So
me a
I'm
few
with
weeks to get
this.
it
I
figured
think
out.
this is Ryan, long roads and loud music. Let me tell you, that is self-care to me. If you get in your car and the songs are really good and you're turning it up and the roads are clear and you can just go and it's
Yeah.
beautiful, that is fun. I
Yeah.
miss that. I don't
Agreed.
do that as much. I may have to take that out.
A Corona car, a Corona
Uh,
road trip.
I like this right here. Spend a lot of time in nature, meditate, and take long drives with great music.
Yep.
Yes, music seems to be the theme here. Oh my gosh, this is
Yes, I
so
am.
fun. I have Jean. I have to say, look at this. I heard some things about you too. Okay, I don't know what you heard, but I hope it's great. Gene, nice to see you on, buddy. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's been kind of dark and quiet, and we've been busy. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in the show. And I expect at least one joke or one sarcastic remark from you, because what would it be without Gene making something funny? Nice to see you here. Risa says, I have no problem sleeping. In fact, a fire alarm went off one night because the battery was dying and I did not even hear it. Okay, now that is really sleeping, isn't it? I mean, how hard can you sleep?
Yeah, I can't sleep that hard.
I got to tell you,
I can't.
Robin can fall asleep on a dime. She's like the fastest sleeper. If you're on an airplane, if you're in the car, if you're in the bus, it doesn't matter where she is. She's like, hi, I'm going to sleep now. And she is
Boom.
out, just
Boom.
out. Yeah.
Wow. No, it takes, I sleep much better now than I used to. It used to take a little bit of work to go to sleep, but then I came to this understanding that if you have trouble sleeping, it's because you're dealing with unresolved issues.
Yeah.
Because then you're churning, you're thinking, you're processing. And
Yeah. You're
so
ruminating.
yes. And once you get that out of the way, because those things have been solved, then sleep comes easily. Walking is good for me. And since we're up here up in the mountains and I have two hounds, oh, good. They're upstairs away from us right now.
Ah,
They've got to be walked. And that's some great time just to get out and smell the fresh air. And even when we were in San Juan, which is the background shot I've got right here, where our little view from that place a couple of months ago,
cool.
a walk is a walk. And it's good to get out of where you've been over the course of the day, whether it's work or even in the house in Corona lockdown. So and doing shows is a little therapeutic too, isn't it, Vic?
It's sometimes.
It can be.
It can be. It's
Can
very
be.
fun. It's relaxing.
Right out of my bedroom, and it worries my husband.
I know.
Why
It
isn't
was
she
like,
hearing that?
why didn't
isn't
she
she
hear the
hearing
air
that?
alarm go off? What happened?
I know she can reach that battery up there, so
Yeah,
we get the
I
ladder
know.
to fix that thing.
Somebody bang it. Yeah. Sometimes some people really sleep heavy, but I think self-care is the most important thing we can do right now. We're looking at an unusual time. It's an unusual form of stress. It's an unusual place in history. And so that requires that we take a little better care of ourselves. It requires that we enjoy a sense of humor and do something that's fun or uplifting and to me, it's like, I want to make really clear. I know that there are some people who are fitness instructors. I think Sherry's actually a professional on that.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
to me, I want to make sure that whatever I do, it feels like I'm going outside to play. I want to go outside to play. So whether I'm riding my bike or whether I'm going to go for a hike or whether I'm going to go for a swim, I want to make it to be like, when you're a kid at 16 or 17 and you're at the pond and your body was working out and you're, swimming and jumping up and down and everything working out, etc. But you don't see it as working out. Because there's, I think, a relaxing way of playing. And sometimes, even though we could see working out as playing, it's fitness, playing, some people make it this really arduous discipline and it's not fun. It's just, I'm going to go pump the iron, do this, and it's more work. So when you get to the point that Ryan, I just want you to know right now that Karen is absolutely jealous of you being at the beach, hanging out. You're probably drinking something fun. Look at this. I'm all about the nap. Oh, yes. Naps are just wonderful.
Yeah, that's
look
Ryan.
at this. Yeah, it's like naps are wonderful. The nap thing, I am all about the nap too. I like this. Thank goodness for dogs. They do force us to get out. Yes, they do. They do force us to get out there and, walk around and be alive. And they, I have to go pee.
And even with the right attitude, just regular household chores can do that for you. Whether it's folding clothes, doing laundry, dishes, they can be that kind of, where you're kind of in a task and you can do what you need to do inside yourself to, bring yourself through those tasks. But if you don't want to do them, then that's really tough to get over. Because I think that was the only way my mom was able to raise 7 kids, is a really good attitude with laundry on Monday and Wednesdays and bread on Thursdays, and the rituals she had set up to be able to manage a household of, bless her heart.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Risa, I walked 35 years until my neighbor who I walked with passed away in March. Got to find a new walking buddy. That's intense. That's a lot. So I like this right here. I love dancing, listening to great music, biking, hiking, and napping. Those are all great things. And I want to let you know, she likes hammocks as well. This is a person who likes to hang out in a hammock and chill out and take a nap. And gardening. I really like gardening as well. Whatever you do, movement and playtime and all these endorphins that happen when you release stress, these are the things that we can be grateful for. We can be grateful for fun time. And oh my gosh, look at this. You guys, we can't go this fast.
Yes, Martin.
Yes, Martin. All about the nap. Time to find a new walk partner. My spirit craves the walking. Yes. Risa says, my spirit craves the walking. Me too. I love it. Donnie right here. I work in the garden and run into the house as I'm running away from the mosquitoes. Oh, me too. I sing their praises. I love this. I love naps. It seems to be the nap is the big thing today. Everybody loves that. The rhythm of the waves, sunlight, the fresh salt air does a soul and a body good. You're right. It certainly does.
Oh, quit bragging, Ryan.
And look at this. Winston Churchill napped because he believed he could get 2 days in one. 2 days in one. That's great. So here we go. I feel the pain, Don, the Crestone dance. That's right. Ryan, I love that. I've done that since I got my license in high school. So man, oh man, hanging out on the beach. Yes, Ken's dog's Ginger got me out until someone took her to California. Tough year for me. Yeah, I see that. You need some more outdoor buddies. We might send her a puppy wish.
That's the difference between cats and dogs. Cats are content to be inside. If they want to go out, then it's on their own terms. And,
true. True.
Yep. Dogs are, and here they are. They couldn't stay away.
This. When I first when I first moved to the mountains, my dear friends made me a cassette of ocean sounds. That seems to be like the absolute best place for me. It's like where the mountains meet the ocean. That's just how it is. Hey, Mark, nice to see you today. I'm so glad you're with us. My mom raised 7 with a wooden spoon and was an expert slipper thrower.
The wooden spoon was the weapon of choice.
It
When
really
we
was
were,
back
yeah,
then.
it worked, and it worked. When that came out, ooh, compliance was immediate.
Yeah. Oh
We
my
were rowdy
God.
kids,
That's
rowdy.
that's so funny. Now I want to pop this over. And it looks like I'm dancing in the garden as I'm swatting the pesky little black flies as they fly into an area on your body that has an opening. Yes. You know, those little black flies, the little bugs of the summer where you're just walking around doing this and slapping yourself all the time. Oh, God. Yes. We could see that as exercise, couldn't we?
Yeah, we do. We have a
Okay. Here we go. Toddstown from Share Care Fitness shared this info. Shows how much energy you can burn. The average 125-pound person burns 128 calories per hour while ironing, 128 calories per while washing dishes, 150 calories per hour while cooking, 150 calories per hour putting away groceries, 165 calories per hour doing general housework, 180 calories per hour loading or unloading a car, and 225 calories per hour while mopping. I'll tell you what, housework is definitely something that is like working out. That is just the working out. Don Gifford, thank you, Don. Good to hear from you guys. Nice to see you. Yes, a reset. Thank you. I'm not sure who that is, but yes, all of this is having a reset. Risa, do you have 5 cats? Is that what you're saying? You have 5 cats? 5? 5 cats? And no dog? That makes you almost a cat lady. I want you to know that, Risa. You are the cat lady. Where is the emoji for jealous? Yes, I know. Where is it? This guy's at the beach and we're not.
I think it's got
Okay.
the green face. There's an emoji with a green face. I don't know what the eyes are looking like, but or maybe that's sick. That could be sick.
What is this?
Gnats.
Chunkala thrower. What is that?
Oh, is that like the little ball, the chucker, where you've got the little plastic thing that scoops on a tennis ball and you can toss it really far?
Possibly.
I'm just guessing.
Oh, let's
P-
see. I was part owner of Ginger. Ah, so there is
oh, the dog.
doggy love. Dancing is the new stress reliever. Fun times. Woohoo. All right, we're gonna like change subjects here because I think the self-care piece, everybody's got the thing, but just make sure your self-care has fun in it where it's like, hi, I'm not this disciplined working out really hard. It's gonna be this. Just where's that little kid? That little kid that said, I'm going to go outside and ride my bike. I'm going to go outside and climb the tree. I'm going to go outside and go to the beach. And I'm going to go outside and play tag. Remember, we used to play 1 foot off the gutter or, all those kind of outdoor games where 1 foot off the gutter was a game. It was a California game where you had to have the safe zone was 1 foot off the gutter. So, all those kinds of things we forget as adults. We forget that going outside to play is fun. Now, I want to tell you something else. I love having dinner parties. I love having, people over and having that kind of game night and stuff like that. I've tried no matter what I do to try to play video games. I suck at it. I suck at playing video games. So I'd rather play board games. I guess I'm pretty old school that way. I'm like, give me a Scrabble board or something that you can play with. And tell me about your favorite games.
My dad was a coach. And
Yeah.
so there was a little bit of pressure being his oldest son to play basketball, to play
Oh, yeah, and you were
football,
tall,
to
yeah.
do track. I was physically capable, but not. I sucked at the coordination part. That wasn't there. And then the other part of it is I didn't care.
Yeah.
I simply didn't care. So,
I love to play basketball. Love it.
Yeah, no, not my thing. I enjoyed yearbook and videoing the game so dad, being the coach, could then watch it after and figure out what to do next.
Yes.
We always find our niches sooner or later.
Yes. I'm sorry. This is the one. I missed one. It popped up. Kids and adults need playtime. It's just good for you. And I think when we measure playtime differently, it helps us release the stress that's coming. I like this. I tell my wife all the time, and it looks like to laugh. And I'm thinking, yes, that is something. We forget that we have stress relievers already in our lives,
Mhm.
that we can have a sense of humor, and that releases stress. And Martin's a funny guy. Martin is almost so funny. He should be like in a comedy club, or he's got great improvisation. And he's super smart. He's got a radio voice, everything else. He's so amazingly talented. Um, I know that him and Brian Rogers have great senses of humor. And we forget that we have these stress relievers in our body that we can utilize right now.
They're built in. They're
And
just
right now, so you can't hug everybody like you usually do. And that's your stress reliever. Like, oh, I'm so glad to see you. And your stress relief. What else can you do? It's like, there are all kinds of things. Hey, okay, I'm jumping back in conversation. My grandma Naomi had a wooden fanny paddle, and I dared her to use it on me. She did, so I hid in the tool shed playing all day. She cried all day because she thought I had run away.
You did run away. You ran away to the tool shed.
That's right. Next time I see you, I'll dance in the restaurant, and you
No,
can
just bring your fanny pack.
laugh. Another stress reliever. That's right. We have to do this. Let's see. Did you have any chunkalas thrown at you? Shoes, I think, is what they are.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were such a little pesky little one. Yes, he might have been. As a Canadians, we boys played imagery battles with imaginary battles with hockey sticks.
Yeah, like your
That
medieval
was like
soldiers.
swords or something.
Yes. I had little green
Yeah.
army men, and I
Oh,
had little
yeah.
airplanes, and we played battles. Either it was World War I or II in Japan, or it was in Europe. We had little stages set up, and my friend's house, literally, it was war room. We played war, and that was fun too.
It's amazing how when you're adults sometimes, especially like when you do these kind of shows right now, like we're doing, it's Friday wrap up. It's like sometimes we take ourselves so seriously.
Usually.
We take ourselves overly seriously, and we can't just enjoy the little things in life that are like toys that are, fun. It's like we forget to have fun. And so, right now, Ryan's on the beach and he's not forgetting to have fun. Whatever you do in your day, the reason I moved this show is so I could add that piece of going outside to play and have fun inside your day. And what does that do for your stress relief and your mindset? What does it do for the endorphins in your body? All these things that are there for you to help lower your stress. Why? Because it'll give you discernment. It's like when you're too strung out and you're too in your mind, you can't think straight. And you have to be able to help yourself discover how to think straight.
Yep.
And
this has kind of been of a fascinating 3-month break, outside of the
yeah,
daily ritual. And I've seen a lot of videos of dads and their children in yards and projects and, race cars and building things. And so there's been a lot of family, I guess both extremes are probably true, family time together. But then if you've got a parent that may not be, it can be abusive, then you're stuck at home with that experience as well. So I guess both are happening. But it's just I kind of tend to focus on the positive and to see the creative time, because I would have loved 3 months at home with dad, with school closed, and I would have just adored that, especially spring when he would have been in track and gone to practice and meets and so forth and so on. So yeah, I think it's a gift. It's just kind of a gift.
Yeah.
War, imagination. Yeah, the room is just crazy today.
Yeah, it's wild.
Who would
They're
think?
wild today. I see all the comments. I can't even keep up with most of them there.
I surrender.
But sometimes it's nice to just let your hat down and say, let's not be serious today.
Yeah, 'cause we did that yesterday.
Yeah, we did do that yesterday. I wanted to pop this up right here. There's a couple over here.
It's
We swung from ropes over the creek and stayed way up high in the treehouse. If you couldn't climb the rope, you could not come up into the treehouse in a giant old cottonwood tree. Now that I think about it, it was quite dangerous. Well, it's interesting because when you're kids, you are allowed to do stupid stuff that is dangerous. When you said this, I remember I must have been
you
about
bounce.
12 or 13 years old. And the boys in the neighborhood all had dirt bikes and, the Honda 70s, the small motorcycles that we had that we used to go around in. And I remember there was this one hill where you would go down into the ditch and come up on the other side and come up with your bike a little bit and land. And I was too scared to do it. I was too scared to do it, even though I had this idea in my mind that, anything you can do, I can do better. And so they were like, all you do is this, Vickie, just come on up. And finally I was like, okay, I'm going to brave this, I'm going to just brave this. So I did. I went down into the ditch and I came up and instead of doing it normally, I just gunned it because for some reason I was scared. And I shot up like a bullet and the bike went this way and I went that way. And I remember falling. And when you're a kid, you can laugh at yourself. You're like, ha, 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 ha. As an adult, you're like, are my bones okay? Am I okay? Did
I'm not doing
anybody
that
see
again.
me? Yeah, I know. And so it's like those kind of things that Donnie was just talking about, it's quite dangerous to go do those things. Yes, it's what happens to us when we get so serious.
And
We have
didn't tell
kids that
Mom
help
about
us remember to go outside and play.
Mhm.
And I want to look, what if we all were educated on and managed our energy as the most important force in our daily life? Yes. Oh my gosh, this is the most important thing. So managing your energy
Ryan.
is no, I think this is Sherry. Sherry, is this you or is it Ryan? Who is it? Tell us who you are. Tell us who you are. But the interesting thing is we don't learn to manage our energy. And that's why I think we're so serious as adults and we just think the energy is always going to be there. We don't think we have things that we can do that help us. Like I have learned the importance of water. And I've gone from drinking, I don't know, maybe 3 cups of water a day to almost a gallon a day right now. I'm almost at about 3/4. I drink 3 32-ounce bottles of water a day now and just keep doing that. But who is this that said
Ryan.
this? Is it
That's
Ryan?
Master Ryan.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking it
And
might be Sherry.
and he well,
Oh, he said it's Ryan.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's
And
Ryan. Thank you,
yeah,
dude. Who knew you knew?
and that is a key aspect of how we get through life, is how we manage that energy per project, per day. What do you invest in? Because if we go to bed truly exhausted, we've spent probably a little more energy than we had, available for the day's tasks. It's a big discernment thing.
Risa
Wow.
had horses and that kept her out of trouble. I'll say that.
Wow.
They're a lot of work and love. Okay, here we go. Children have wonderful imaginations. Adults should never lose that. Yes, we should play in that
Imagine different
imagination.
things.
Risa, but did you keep the horses out of trouble? Bada bing. Oh, I love climbing trees. Recently, I trimmed the trees for fire and mitigation and reminisced building forts and tree houses. How did 50 years go by already? You're
Oh,
not
wow.
kidding. Oh, wheelies on bikes. Oh, that was the day, wasn't it? My brother was so good at wheelies on bikes. Man, that guy could go down the street, never once get off, just go all the way down the street. Why? How do we forget this? We put on these suits and these ties and we're like, hi, I need to make money. I got to go to work. And we just lose all our playtime in us. We lose the part of us that keeps us alive, gives us a reason to live. Let's see. Look at this.
Skinny, tanned, and strong.
Yeah.
Right, Karen?
Yeah. We
World
had
of Warcraft
danger.
doesn't make you strong.
We had danger instead of electronics. Ooh,
We
was
did.
awesome. I only almost drowned 3 times. Martin, the more I know about you, the more I'm fascinated. You need memoirs, dude. He
Oh,
almost drowned 3 times. So like this, dang, and you didn't learn your lesson. That's the fun of immortality in youth. Yes, that is, isn't it? And so look at this. Except the boys were scared of Risa because they knew she would pop them one. She learned how to take care of herself at a young age. That's good. That's good. So what is it that you do to keep yourself alive, to keep yourself with a sense of humor and going on? It's like anytime you have a positive conversation. So how many times do you remember, Scott, just sitting around with your friends on a hot summer night where you're just at the end of the day, or maybe your brothers and sisters, whatever you're doing, and you just chatting, just talking out the whatever's,
I had two childhoods. My parents moved quite a bit when I was younger. And when we finally settled in Idaho with that particular job, I had kids that were my own age, and we played games. We played Rook, we played Risk, we played Monopoly, we played games. And that was our thing to do. When we stayed over at each other's houses, if we weren't playing war with our things, we were in the bedrooms and we were playing games. And that's what we did until come on home, where one mom sends them home. And that's just the way it was. And if we were fortunate, we had sleepovers. But there were no electronics until a little bit later on. And by then, the parents had built a house, and I was 5, 6, 7 miles away, and there were dirt roads in between, and bikes didn't, play on dirt roads as well. So it was just me and my brother, towards, from the time I was 11 until I took off to literally
college.
To college. So I had kind of different childhoods, one with friends and then the other with just my brother. And the best summer we had was the summer the TV was broken. And we couldn't afford to get it replaced. That was the summer of 77. And so the big TV, the color TV was dead. And we literally in the family went probably 6 months without a TV. And that was the best summer. Yeah,
you'd be surprised if you shut off your TV.
Yeah.
What imagination, what fun comes back up.
We had a little acreage, and so we were just kind of breaking in the new house, and so there was dirt and a little dump to go play. We were outside. We didn't have a choice because who in the summer wants to stay inside? We explored, and it was safe. It was safe. And so Mom had no qualms about just letting us go, and we did.
Just bum outside. I loved playing in the woods. I love that. I'm going to pop over here because this made me happy to remember. I still have my 3-speed Stingray bicycle. Remember Stingray bikes? In my mom's basement, cool banana speed with the hippie flowers. Oh my gosh. Now there's a blast from the past, isn't it? I love those.
It still exists.
Yeah, I love this. Recently, I did a strength test with people from age 20 to 75. What I noticed was people over 40 were 20% stronger than the average of 1980. The people under 40 were 25% less strong than those in 1980. Whoa.
Interesting.
That's a huge deal right there. A huge deal. Seems to come down to how conscious we are as we are, and whether we choose to operate from consciousness or unconsciousness conditioning. Hey, Ryan, that's true. Awena, nice to see you. Good morning from Leven, New Zealand. Nice to see you, my friend. Great to have you up this morning. We are talking about things that make us happy. Go, Risa. You go, girl. The good old days is what we're talking about. Memories of going outside to play. We are not trying to make fitness and working out some arduous thing that we do, some disciplined thing that we do that we have to do every day, go to the gym. Just go outside and play for 2 hours. Figure out how to go outside and play. And if going outside to play is the gym for you, you're like, yes, this is the place I play, then go play there. But do something that is fun and brings back the nostalgia of being a kid. Kids were imaginative. They were innocent. They were risk-taking. They were willing to climb trees and go bike riding and, play games of risk and talk to people, and just, they were happy without all of this extraneous, keep me entertained 100% of the time. You keep yourself entertained and your mind stays strong.
Yeah. Martin's right over here about Sunday evening. That was our family time. Mom would make like no bake cookies or some kind of popcorn thing, some treat, and we would settle down for Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, and
Oh my
then
gosh, I watched
you
that
know
too. Oh my
yeah, and
gosh.
then Wonderful World of Disney. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
that
the
was Sunday
thing.
night. Oh
That was
God,
the
you're right.
thing.
Yes, and
And
we forget simplicity. The simplicity of just enjoying those things.
yeah,
I love this. Reese is cracking me up this morning. We were never stuck in the house and in all weather. We're
weather.
just outside in all weather. Thank you. I love this. Remember tents in the backyard? Yes. Camping in the backyard was the best, taking all night long. Oh, I almost want to go camp in my backyard. I live where people go to vacation. We live where people who are hikers and mountain bikers, they go, this is where they hang out. And some of that is really nice because it's so close to my home, just really, really close, right out the door.
Danger. Danger.
So let's look at this. Me too. I used to ride wheelies on my lemon peeler and also ride the unicycle. I had no idea you rode a unicycle. One day I was showing off and the rode right into the bump of the four-wheel drive and it knocked me right in the face and down to the ground. Boom. But how cool that you rode a unicycle. I had no idea that you did. Yes. Fresh air outdoors is medicine. That's the whole point. It's psychological medicine, it's physical medicine, and it's stress management medicine. Us too, the Zenith color TV died, so we lived at the neighborhood swimming pool all day. I loved swimming when I was a kid. I could
Oh,
be in,
me
I
too.
still do. I
Me
could
too.
be in the water. Don and Scott and we were in Puerto Rico with them. We went to go visit them, and they took us down to the Caribbean side of the island by San Herman. And there was this area where it was just the most beautiful, magical place that only the locals know. Like if you lived in San Juan, you knew where this place was. It was not touristy beach. So it was this hidden gem of a place that we went with, this inlet that was so awesome and calm. And we were in the water. We couldn't get out. I was just like, I don't want to leave. I just want to be in the water the whole time you're there. It's so, oh God, it was so beautiful. I love that day so much. Such a great memory. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
just,
have those littered through our lives. And this
yeah,
is the
we do.
time of year where it's summer break, and it would be nice to go to the beach. It really would. I'd,
Yeah.
I'd be up
It'd
for
be
that.
nice to go. Yeah,
Even the
it
hot
would be.
springs. I'm not picky. I'm not greedy. I'll go to the hot springs.
Oh, yes. I like this. A good box wooden spoon, old metal colander, and we'd play for hours. Yes,
Yeah. Doesn't
because your
take much.
imagination is
Yeah.
so there. I love this. Yes, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Didn't even know it was an insurance company. You're right. You didn't know it was an insurance company. And I got to tell you, that was one of the best shows on the weekend at the time. That's still a
Marlon
classic.
Perkins. Marlon Perkins rocked.
Yeah, he did.
He let us into Disney.
So on this Friday, what I want to wrap up, what we're talking about this week is we're going into tumultuous times. And some of the things that you already know, some of the things that you already have done in your past will help you move through this forward time. We have a lot of chaos. We have a lot of uncertainty. And what's coming is it's not going to be fun. It's not. You're going to have to make your fun. And you got to remember now that we love to spend money on fun. We forget that we love family picnics at the beach and that it can be simple and that you can live simply and still have connection and have time, even if the picnic's in your own backyard. Even if you remember to go outside and camp in the backyard, like Karen said earlier, whatever you're doing, you're going to have to create inexpensive fun. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to keep it so that you are remembering that maybe the TV's broke for the next 6 months and you want to figure out how you're going to go outside to play. and do things that are going to be at your best well-being.
And it's worked for generations. Many
Yes.
generations. It worked. It just worked. We didn't
Yeah.
need all these little trinkets and toys and devices and distractions. We had our own. We had our own.
Yes. And your imagination is the most important thing that you're going to have to get you through this time. Your imagination up here, there's the fun of being a story time and being read to. God, I loved that. Just being read to or reading a book right now. It's just simplicity. And so what some of the things that we're not able to do or that we think might be a little dangerous to do, like for me, I'm still social distancing. I'm still actually on lockdown. I won't even go to stores. I won't go anywhere. And I haven't for months because I just see the second wave. In my opinion, I do the stuff outside where nobody is, where I know I'm safe. And if you have some places where you don't have that, then make your picnic in the floor of your living room and let your imagination tell you how to create fun. And there is nothing better than an old-fashioned board game. I get that we all have online video games, and I get that the video games are absolutely fun for people. And yet, let's play, what is it? Let's play something, let's play Risk. Yeah. It's like there's that past piece of us that is it's still warranted right now.
We still remember the rules.
That's right.
I never forget how to play Risk or Monopoly.
Yeah. So
yeah.
thank you for joining us. And I want you guys sometime this weekend, make some time to have some fun and make your fun different. We don't have to endanger ourselves to have fun.
Nope.
We don't have to let ourselves be at risk to have fun. Yep. But remember, the more fun you have, the less stress you have, the more you have your mind, the more you have the ability to make yourself get good decisions from your soul, the more discernment you have. You're going to have to manage your stress through this. You have to manage your stress. Scott, as always, I got to tell you, man, it's fun having you on Fridays. It's just great to have a conversation and chill out. But I want you to move, because just a little bit behind him, he's got this just before we go, let him see Puerto Rico. This is the place from the penthouse that we were at in Puerto Rico.
Looking off the west.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, just lit up there. And I love that place. I love the ocean is right there. You can't even see it right there with the darkness, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, whatever you do, make sure you put some fun in your day every single day. Put a little fun in your day.
Yeah, Don's comment there that we would have dirt clawed fight wars from our wooden dirt forts and built until I got a black eye from one. After that, I was banned forever from the dirt fort that we built. My brother and I did that once, and when we were doing clods, I instead flicked a stink bug, and it went right in his mouth.
Oh,
and he to this day grief over that. I'm like, I can't believe I made that in one shot. It just went right in.
Boys will be boys.
Brothers.
All right. We're going to see you on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you, Scott. I love you all so much. Mwah! Peace out. That's so funny. That poor stink bug. What were you thinking?